Chris can very easily make Will break.
That's true, but they've been friends for like, what, 11 years?
Yep.
Yeah,
So-
this usually gives you a lot of leverage to break them. But yeah, more shit talking, or I don't know, gossiping about your fellow colleagues from DA Games. I don't know, maybe in the main show. Hello and welcome everybody to the AWKWARDCast. And Keyframe one about random dribble. And
You
today,
botched that so badly.
I botched it very, very horribly. I will not lie, but I will pretend it never happened. And instead, welcome our guest to the show. The next step in my master plan to gonna get them all from DA. Oh god, I botched this one too.
It's
Hi.
catch 'em all.
Can't do
Oh.
anything right.
No, I cannot. Hey, Sean. Welcome to
this
the
is Sean Webby.
Welcome to the show. Who are you? What do you do, and why should people care?
I am Sean Webby. I'm an animator for DA Games / sometimes editor.
What's some
That's
stuff
it.
you've done for the channel that people can recognize your work from?
I have helped with a lot of the music videos, most notably Brothers in Arms I did a lot of animation for, and I've done some stuff for Gospel of Dismay, and I think the Resident Evil song. I've done a lot.
He's also, if you guys watched the DA Animateds in the most recent one with Uno, he's the flower.
Yep, I'm the flower.
Aw.
Yes, he's our local plant. If you want to explain what plant means, Sean.
Plant is basically a term for asexual within our group. Everyone refers to me as the plant because I'm asexual. Oh, hello.
Yeah, see that, Sean? Perfect
Yeah.
resemblance.
Oh, yeah, wait. Can you do a smiley face? And a little bit, turn your head a little bit to the side. No, the other way.
Other side, other way.
I
Perfect!
don't see a difference. It's literally
I mean, your
with
hair
his
is
hair. No, but his hair kind of even fills out the role of the petals.
Oh, Sean, back away, back away. But yeah. But Sean, how has your life been as of recent? Tell us some funny life anecdotes, your misadventures.
Because you knew this was coming, because that's why Sean is our favorite guest on this show ever.
Yes.
He's
already.
so prepared.
Yes.
He's watched past episodes. He had
That-
media for us. He was all ready. He's even willing to get Oblivion Fall into the room so he can punch him on camera.
Should I do that now?
Sure.
Yeah, just text him or something. Be
All
like, hey,
right.
get here.
Yo,
Chris, come
get
in.
your ass back here.
Perfect.
He's on Do Not Disturb, so I don't know if he'll respond right away, but he's
We'll
bound.
see
You can-
later in
you
the
can-
show.
you
But
can
how has
just
your
start.
life been?
Exactly.
My life has been pretty good.
Like-
I have been a little upset because I've missed some of the last few calls that have gone down in chats we've been in. I missed the infamous call where you made Christian and a bunch of people watch that abysmal short film.
Oh,
And
if people want to know what that is, that's going to be
Yeah.
my kid this week.
Oh no, you didn't!
Wait.
I have, but continue.
Christian showed me the recording of that entire experience of him trying to watch it and him completely breaking down near the end and hyperventilating, having a hard time breathing. And I was just like, whoa, is this dude okay?
I am not sure if I am should be intrigued or scared.
Both.
Both. Oh dear.
It was a great night. That was amazing.
Yeah, it was. I've had a lot of
Oh.
recently I've been involved with Made. Made has been doing live streams recently, and he's just been a complete shit poster. He's just we've had so many times on stream where we've just cracked each other up by making memes. One thing that Christian and Made are planning to do is they're planning to take a song from my favorite band and are going to be doing a Minecraft parody of it. and they want me to be involved with it. And I'm like, stop, please. Why are you trying to ruin this for me? What did you link? Oh, dear.
No, it's for the thing. But anyway, yeah. They want to do a Minecraft parody.
Yes, they do. It's from a song called Inexplicable. And I want it to be inexplicably mine, inexplicably craft. Because what we do is we occasionally just go on YouTube and we will just look up Minecraft parodies.
There's so many.
There's so many of them. And we just are in awe with how many of them there are and how bad they are. Well, the one that Made constantly brings up is a parody of Eye of the Tiger called Eye of the Spider.
Oh, I've seen that one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, he's looking it up. I hear the typing of an.
Oh no! Please don't. Please don't look it up.
Is this it?
I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, let's hear this. Let's hear this parody, so we can't get copywritten.
I feel the desire to open up my own green screen just to create a better effect within minutes before this video ends.
Are you sharing your system sound? Because I can't hear it.
It's a little bit quieter. Can you hear it now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I mean, so far it's just the normal music, which will probably already get me copyright issues on YouTube. Let me speed it up. Yeah, this didn't help in the past. Let's do it a little bit quicker, but he has the moves. But yeah, I need to keep talking, so... Oh! Ooh! This is a little bit off tune. Oh. I mean, you
More
have...
than a little bit off tune.
I mean, here's something that I actually want to say that is... He projected himself 3 times, and he even did stuff like locating him up here and stuff. So it's not completely horrible, but then he budgets the green screen effect so horribly, and where the singing is a completely different aspect.
Yeah.
A little bit more again. Oh my god.
Okay, and now he screwed up because now he has this shit on top of his face. I take everything back that I just said. Dude,
This was...
He is green screened. He has green screened himself, so this means he's on one layer. There's a background on one layer, and this pickaxe is on its own layer. Why is this pickaxe in front of him?
ANY has become pyrocynical, bullying children for YouTube.
Oh yeah. That also reminds me. One thing that Christian did. He added to the pyrocynical memery.
Oh, what did he do? Did he do something with that?
He did. On topic, he also did something with Minecraft.
Oh no.
He did this. He just took a moment that happened while he was playing Minecraft. And he completely ruined it. If you just take a look at it, you'll see what I mean.
Hmm?
Oh no.
Where do I have to go?
There's a link in the chat. It's on Twitter.
It has already been linked.
Yes.
Ah,
you can make full screen.
I saw it already.
Yeah, I haven't.
That's right.
Wait, no, I haven't.
I aimed it right.
Oh.
There's nothing here.
I'm gonna pick up this light because these lights are nifty and they will look great.
Shut the fuck up, Enderman.
So guys, we did it.
Oh.
And this with I had a big spook while mining my with there.
Yeah,
Mayday.
I've just been generally getting into Minecraft more because we recently created a server where we all just kind of hang out and like do our own thing.
Nice.
And my house is a jail. My house is jail. It's the county jail. The first floor of the building is my living area, and the top is like 6 jail cells, and it's very meticulously designed.
You can say you're a prison architect.
Oh, topical. Ooh. Which reminds me, I played it again this week.
Yeah.
Oh, did you?
You can always tell what ANY's prioritizing his time on thanks to Discord.
I should deactivate this feature.
No, that way we know that if you're not responding to messages, it's for a reason.
Yeah.
And it's not just you actively ignoring people.
I mean, if you put it this way, then yeah, it might play in my face. But then again, I'm D&D on all platforms all the time anyway, so nobody can expect a direct reply from me. So, duh, take this.
Yeah.
You're a sad little man. Anyway, was that all
so
you have to say
true.
about your week?
Hey, who are you calling little?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Just been shit posting and hanging out with friends, really.
Fair.
That's the
fair.
best way to spend your week.
Mm-hmm.
What? Yeah. What about
What
you?
have you been up to, Max?
Haha, my week was eventful as it always is.
What, with Fallout Vegas crashing?
Oh god, this game keeps crashing so badly. Yeah, I currently got. I probably should. A little bit further. So, as you guys might remember from 2 casts ago, there was a certain ninja around my place here, and this certain ninja has a certain affinity for a certain video game series, which is known by the name of Fallout. But then again, I believe, if I remember correctly, she actually is only into everything 3 and onward, so when it goes 3D, and the old games are absolutely not her thing. So it's a little bit like, can one call this a true fan?
No, you can't.
I'm feeling a little bit bad, but is she already gone? She's strong. Oh,
Yeah.
Damn it. Okay, now I'm not feeling. Anyways, I don't like shit talking people who cannot shit talk back.
She'll hear it when she watches the VOD.
But she can still not be like, "Arr, how dare you tell the truth about me?"
She can. That's not shit talking. It's a fact.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, so due to the fact that I have my new TV and a controller, and this person was here, it was like, hey, let's play Fallout 4, because it's actually rather well crafted for a controller, which previous Fallouts were not. And I have a big TV, so I played the Fallouts, and now I'm hooked again. And now I'm like, I need I want to continue Fallout 4, but first, because OCD, I have to finish New Vegas first. Obviously.
I hear New Vegas is the most colorful and just has a lot going on in it.
I can recall that Fallout 3, I played it for a while, but it lost me down
It's
the road.
Same. I couldn't get past like the first 3 hours of playing.
I actually spent some good 2-digit amount of hours on 3, but it still fizzled out for me.
Yeah.
While Vegas, while I took long breaks, constantly kept getting me back. And now I'm 180 hours in and about to actually finish the game. I might have gotten sidetracked in between sometimes. And I might also be a horrible achievement whore. But
oh dear.
But yeah, so New Vegas this week, as I mentioned before, I tabbed back into Prison Architect. I'm not even sure. I believe there was a new update or something, and it was like, bing, oh yeah, that's the thing. Oh no, I started watching something, which I will bring up in my media, and which actually supported something like Prison Architect, while New Vegas was a bad choice for it. I tried, I know. But yeah, besides that, the only fun anecdote thing that happened to me this week was the beginning of the week, Monday morning, I dropped Denim off at the airport. And so from there, I dropped her off extra early because I still wanted to get to work in time. And was there working, doing my thing, administrating systems, telling people to write tickets to me instead of PMing me. The usual, it's fun. Fun. Anyways, around the time when Denim is about to fly out, I receive a message. Fuck my life, I was an idiot. I'm like, what's going on? I was late for my check-in. You mean as in you missed your plane late? Yes.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
Oh dear.
She had to reschedule and everything, but yeah, this was. I mean, from my end, it was mostly like the receiving end, like getting the messages and being like, holy fuck, somebody has probably not a great day right now.
I can't recall the last time I missed the plane.
But the amazing thing is, I dropped her off at the airport extra early.
Huh?
She had all the time in the world. Now, in her defense, the airport Berlin-Tegel, TXL, no, TXL, TXL?
It's TXL.
TXL. LAX, okay, yeah, so many airports with X's in it. But yeah, TXL is shaped like one big, I believe, hexagon or octagon, whatever. And has, while many airports have, you check in, and beyond the check-in, there is a giant connected area where all the shops are, and the restaurants, and so on. And you have very little actually going outside of this area before the check-in. Tegel is in reverse. You have nearly everything outside the check-in area. And when you check in, you actually end up in a rather small waiting area, which is just the final end of the waiting area, where you only have a bunch of chairs and a kiosk, and those areas are usually also for 2 gates at once. So you have after you checked in, you are limited to this tiny space full of chairs, which is only for 2 of the gates, so to describe the tininess. And yeah, I can see how it's not very sexy to go in there early on, but she manages to spend too much time outside and totally not hunt a lot of rare European Pokemon that she missed track of time and missed her flight.
I'm too paranoid to miss my flight to do that.
I know,
Yeah.
I know, right? For me, it usually, I'm only, the first moment where I'm only start being relaxed is when I'm on the plane. I mean,
I've been on a plane with you. This is absolutely true.
It is.
I
And even then,
nearly missed the flight. Last MagFest, I left my laptop behind at security, and I nearly missed my flight because I was trying to find it, and I never ended up finding it. So that was a problem, and luckily TSA found it after I'd gotten on the plane, and I was able to retrieve it after I got back home, but that was scary.
I've had a lot of close calls. I think the closest one was I had a connecting thing in freaking Iceland, and my plane was 2 hours late to the airport, and I had a 2-hour layover. So
boy.
And the line for the passport thing was to the stairs, and I finally get there, and they're like, "Oh, you're flying out to Berlin?" And I'm like, "Yeah, run!" And I did a beeline to the other end of the airport and was one of the last people to get on the plane.
Shit.
Yeah, airports are. Nothing makes you fear for your life more than being in a foreign country's airport.
Yikes.
This statement can only come from an American, I guess. But yeah. Yeah, but this was my week. Not much besides that. Chaos in the beginning of the week happened. I was actually literally alone at work because people who watch Gaming and Ties already know Yuri is not working at the same company as I am anymore. So this was my first week completely alone. And,
no.
And Bart.
Wait, is Bart not there?
I just want to say, and Bart, my other coworker, was the entire week in home office. So I was literally, we have this 8-people table,
and you were by yourself.
2 of them left the company in the past, one spot has been unoccupied forever. I'm not even sure who it was. Then we have Bart's place. We have Yuri's place. We have an intentionally free place for other team members who work in a different wing. And we have one remaining place where Tina is working. But for the last few months, Tina's sat for some reason with the other system guys. So I was sitting there completely alone, like, hello.
Oh.
Mr. Obama.
Hello. Is this you, Mr. Obama? Hello.
Oh,
And
but
this-
hey,
and
you're
this-
not
That's
alone
upsetting.
right now.
And this the entire week, because Bart was out the entire week, like in home office, so...
When the week starts and Bart comes back, you're just gonna be like, Bart!
But no, Yuri came actually by on Friday to give his old work phone back, and so we went out for lunch to the Indian place.
Like old times.
Indian
Indeed.
food is delicious.
Oh,
Indian
yeah.
food is delicious. I love it so much.
But yeah, this was my week. How about you, Keyframe? What happened in your life?
Oh boy!
Uh-oh.
That's always a great start if Keyframe says, oh boy, before she starts
Uh-oh.
her thing. Well, the first great thing was something came in the mail this week.
Oh.
This starts from a story that I've said many of casts ago. I almost lost hope because this was something that was being shipped from China. And you know, when something gets shipped from... The last experience I've had of something getting shipped from China was ANY's Christmas present last year. I wasn't able to give it to him till February. and they got the order wrong. That's a story for another day. But anyway, my friend Hiccups, my dear friend, artist friend Hiccups, who made that lovely squirrel girl, actually made the artwork for ANY's little standee.
Yeah, it's somewhere over there, out of reach. I mean, you keep
Aw.
talking. I guess I can roll
But
over that.
she is a good egg, and she made a post on Twitter saying, "I want to get this certain type of clothing, but I don't want to get it because it's so stupid." And I was like, "Hey, if you order it, I'll order it too. It could be like twinsies."
Oh, I recall, yeah.
And then she did, and she put the order up on Twitter, being like, "Your turn." And I was like, "Oh,
Oh.
well, I'm a woman of my word. She just spent money, so I ordered him."
Shaka, ooga, shaka, ooga, ooga,
Spe-
ooga, shaka.
So, I wonder how well this is going to show up on these tiny things. Guess what came in the mail?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, but I there's no good way to get an angle on this from this webcam, but my dirty floor. Yeah, I got the garter belt leggings. So how they are is that if I turn it like this, it's so hard when the webcam is this cropped out. I'm trying to, there we go. So what it is that, so you have the legging part, actually part of it. Max thought they were assless chaps when I first showed him the
Oh
picture.
my god.
I
He
thought it
like,
was
"Is
just the black
pink
part.
included?" And I'm like, yes, they are.
And I was like,
But
oh,
the-
thank goodness. Otherwise,
But
this
the
would be
thing
something
that makes them
for
garter belts is that this part is loose, so it's actually like garter belts. My camera's resolution doesn't do the color justice because they're a
Yeah.
lot lighter than what they... Oh, this lighting actually shows what they look like. Also, my floor that I really need to pick up. But, yeah, so they came in the mail, and I have a sad confession.
They are
Yeah.
super comfy and you ordered a second pair.
They're super comfy. They feel so good. They have the right amount of squeeze and the right amount of comfort.
Oh, boy.
And also the front little things are also like this. So I've just had times in my desk where I just go like because I have something to fiddle around with my hands.
Yeah.
To be
I get
fair, I
that.
will say this: I have not left the house wearing these.
Okay,
Yet.
good.
Yet.
Good.
But I will probably, because these are actually made to be workout pants. Like these are, they have like, they're like they use the same material as like Under Armour stuff. Like, so clothes you wear to work out.
Kevlar?
Not Kevlar.
Oh, Under Armour, the brand. I thought like what
Yes,
you wear under your armor.
The like the spandexy kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But so, and you know, I have a workout routine that I need to get back into. I'm not going to go to the store wearing. Now I'm tempted to pick you up from the airport wearing these pants.
God
Be
damn
like,
it.
Hey, Max!
If you do that, I challenge you to keep them on for the wedding rehearsal.
I'm not going to the wedding rehearsal because you land at the same time as the rehearsal.
Then you go to the wedding
Got
wearing
him.
those. It's a Halloween-themed wedding. You could.
Someone says, has Golden seen them?
Of course, Golden's seen him. He lives with me. But there's a reason I didn't put any pictures up on Twitter. I wanted to reveal them on the podcast. But no, now I'm tempted when I put up, because I have to wear the formal wear to the bridal party thing. The bridal party is the only ones who can't be in costume during the wedding. Before the reception, I want to come out in my Thorn costume with these leggings under and be like, "Hey boys,
Oh my
what up?"
god.
Right, I love.
Surrounded by friends and Dr. Wolf and all this stuff.
I love my job being a little shoulder devil.
You're a shoulder devil that I can never say no to, and I don't know why.
That's a shoulder devil for you in a nutshell.
I can say no to most of my own dumb ideas when I make them in my head. But when you say,
Most
hey,
of the time.
eat glass, I'm like, nah, okay. Anything for you. That was a bad example.
Yes,
He's
it
never told
was.
me to eat glass, guys. He's never told me to eat glass.
But has
Max,
he told you
no.
to eat ass?
No, he has not either. But anyway, so that was the wow, way to make that awkward.
Yeah,
shot.
That was the whole point. Isn't that what this podcast is?
Oh shit! He was really
Oh,
prepared.
but anyway, that was the beginning of my week. That was like Monday or Tuesday. Besides that, my week has been fairly productive in that I don't know what light turned on in my head, but I had like a moment on like Tuesday or something where I just walked into the living room and I was like, time to clean the apartment. And I cleaned the entire living room and kitchen. My roommates, that's not Taylor, but my roommates are slobs. So there was stuff stacked around because, you know, we have people living here. And no one else was in the house besides me and Brett. And Brett's playing video games and I'm just cleaning. And then Taylor came into the house and she was like, holy crap, there's a floor. And I was like, yeah, there is. But so that was a day. It was actually kind of nice to not be in my room, even if it was just cleaning. I do find cleaning slightly therapeutic. And,
yeah, cleaning can be.
Because it's a menial, somewhat monotonous task, you could turn your brain off, which is a hard thing for me to do. Thursday, I went to my first psych appointment, and it went well, and I was happy, and I'm so glad that it went well because that's something that can go so bad so immediately.
Oh yeah, finding the right psychologist can be
hard.
a task.
But I'm not going to go into the stories from inside of the psychology office, but I do have a story from the waiting room because I told Max about this. The first thing you see when you enter this place is a security guard and a metal detector.
Whoa.
Yeah, you have to pass through a security thing to get into this place, to go into the waiting room. And then I was sitting in the building, and it turns out the building is connected to the Children's Bureau. And I'm just like, what does this imply? And while I was in the waiting room, they had a TV with a DVD player. Okay, so I'm not watching, like, the morning news or whatever the fuck is on TV. I don't know. I don't watch TV. But they had a DVD of Night of the Museum 2 playing, and I was like, okay, background noise. The DVD kept stopping. Like, the weird skippy stoppy thing.
Oh,
and I'm like,
dear.
I'm just like, this is increasingly getting me annoyed. It's right there. I could go to the DVD player and try to fix it, but I don't think I'm in the right. And the security guard is looking right at me. He can see I'm annoyed. I'm just like, Christine? Oh, thank God. And I went. But besides that, like, you know, just working on stuff, I'm doing a cover from Doki Doki Literature Club. And to make the experience full, I could probably take a screenshot of what I've been working on and put it in the chat. I'm making a Doki Doki sprite version of myself. It's still really rough. I only just started doing the inking and coloring yesterday.
Come on, open it up. Be good. There we go. Flop.
So, yeah, even though Yuri is my least favorite character, she's what I'm basing the body off of.
But yeah, I see the hair with the bow tie is more between either Monica or
Sayori.
Sayori.
Yeah, so like I'm basically taking elements from all of them, like the bow from Monica, Yuri's general pose. I'm basing the eyes more off of Natsuki and Sayori when I draw them because they're bigger. Because I noticed Yuri actually has really tiny eyes.
Well, until later in the game.
Yeah, but and then the differences between the school uniforms, because I will be live action at the end, is that what I'm wearing under it instead of that pleated thing is my actual sweater, the one with the choker that I usually wear. So it's like I had to be like, how do I make anime? And I've been drawing in this style to do it right, and I just hate it. I hate doing the lines and everything for it. It's so thin and like soft colors, and it's cell shading, and I'm like, I hate it. This is not my style. I don't like it. Where's my thick outlines? But for the sake of authenticity, I will do that. Then besides that, I've been just binge watching shows on Netflix. I watched the new season of Big Mouth, and I just
Have you watched The Dragon Prince?
I have watched The Dragon Prince. I see what you mean.
Yeah, even so, I'm still angry that about my extremely incohesive attempts. Last week wasn't it? To bring across what bothers me.
I can't really explain what's wrong about it. Something's just off.
Yeah.
The elements are there, but they're not balanced. That's my 2-second inquiry, because that's not my media. But like besides that, I've been binge watching a lot of the food competition shows on that channel. Plus a documentary series they have called Ugly Delicious, which I recommend people watch. It's a documentary style thing where it's like so like the first episode's pizza, and they go to places in Brooklyn and Naples and all this stuff, and how it's all different and why people view pizza different ways. And it's actually really interesting, though they did have like a Japanese pizza that used mayonnaise instead of tomato sauce, and I said, fuck no. If I want sushi, I'll eat sushi. I'm not putting it on pizza.
I recall something that happened to me this week after all. But yeah,
But no, that was it. And then finally I binge watched the rest of Big Mouth, which all my friends looked at me with disdain when I said that.
I would probably watch it as well. Second season.
It's better than the first season. It's actually better than the first season. Addressed most of the first season's problems. But there's more of that Coach Steve character in it, and I hate him so much that I just like, please, skip episode. But they have a new character in there that's voiced by Professor Lupin from Harry Potter. And he's the best character in the show, and he's called the Shame Wizard, and I love him. And he's
to counter the monsters.
He basically counters the hormone monsters, and they describe him what he is. He is the one that makes you feel the shameful feeling, so you're not a bunch of hedonistic assholes.
Oh.
So it is actually a part of growing up, but it's so.
I never met him.
He's super entertaining.
He skipped me. He never came.
I know.
I was just raised by my hormone monster.
Yeah, you had no shame, wizard. But
it explains a lot, doesn't it?
It does. But it was actually not a bad season. I still can fully understand why someone wouldn't like Big Mouth. I feel a little bit ashamed that I kind of enjoy it as a guilty pleasure.
It's an acquired taste, like those extremely stinky cheese where there is no good reason to eat them, but some people do.
Yeah, so and Lauren loves it. Lauren loves this stinky cheese of a show, because she was the one that was like, dude, Professor Lupin is in Big Mouth, and I was like, who does he voice? Oh, the Shame Wizard. Oh.
You see Sean's live regrets flashing over his face.
You see the moment that his heart completely breaks, right?
Yeah.
But that was my week. Before I move on to my media, what was the thing that happened to you?
I recalled that I went eating. I did. I had lunch on Tuesday at the Angry Chicken place.
Okay, can you explain?
It's just a restaurant that exists here in Berlin, which is Korean fried angry chicken. Every item on the menu is actually first in Korean, then I believe in English, and only then in German.
Okay, did you have the sexy chicken?
No. The thing is, sexy chicken is with garlic, and I didn't want it to be too cruel to my coworkers. It turned out that angry...
They let you sit alone. You should have been cruel.
Actually, in hindsight, this is a very good argument. Or maybe in a parallel universe, I did eat the sexy chicken, but for some reason, the universe got crossed over in that particular day.
Stop your anime bullshit and keep going.
It's actually Terry Pratchett bullshit, but please misjudge one of Britain's... Is he British? I don't know, but a great writer of fantasy. But yeah, the funny thing is, you would think because the Furious Chicken is like super hot, and the so-so angry chicken is hot, you would think that the angry chicken is also hot, but no, that's the normal one.
What's the friendly chicken then? Sweet?
I believe, I don't even know. Maybe even less. I can't read it. But yeah, angry chicken. Oh, damn it, it's still zooming. I mean, it doesn't get better from zooming. It doesn't really get better from zooming out, but it's angry chicken.
I'm sorry. That was just okay. But go back to the menu.
Sure.
Chat. I have a question for you guys. Who do you identify as? Friendly chicken, angry chicken, sexy chicken, so angry chicken, or furious chicken? I personally identify, I think, as either sexy chicken or furious chicken.
I identify as a so angry chicken, and that's what I had.
What about you, Sean? Who do you identify as?
Are you muted?
He's muted. We can't hear you.
Whoa.
How long have you been muted?
I don't know.
Don't worry, you're fine now. But what do you identify as?
I identify as a so-so angry chicken.
Oh, you're not a friendly chicken?
Nah.
I mean, he
Just saying, chickens are the devil.
I mean, given that you are a plant, you could also be a happy vegan burger.
Ew. Fuck that shit.
Ew. Yeah, no.
I actually have one additional thing I need to bring up that happened this week too. So
we are stuck on a week long this time, but please go ahead.
We went to GameStop. Christian and I went to GameStop the other day.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things that absolutely shocked me is that there's a Fortnite monopoly. Did you buy it? No, of course not. But we saw it there, and we were in utter disbelief. Why is there fucking Fortnite monopoly?
What happens when you get a hotel or a railroad? Do you do one of the Fortnite dances? Like, what the hell?
I don't even want to know. And the funny thing is, like, as we got home, I logged into Twitter and I saw memes about Fortnite Monopoly, and I'm like, wow, that's relevant.
Fortnite I mean, they've made Monopoly for everything. They've made Monopoly for Kiss and like rock bands and stuff. So in reality, it's not too far off, but still.
But did they make a PUBG Monopoly? No.
Well, PUBG's not a good game, so.
I know. Ooh. I honestly hate PUBG. I've tried to play it.
It's so broken. That's the reason why people play it, because it's broken. Fortnite. The reason why people play Fortnite more is because it's actually a polished game.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so that was your guys' addendums to your weeks.
Yep, pretty much.
My addendum is I got a haircut, and I actually had a very, very funny story about the hairdresser.
Oh boy.
Okay, so when I go to Supercuts, the most premier place to get a haircut.
It's the name
for people
already.
who don't know, Supercuts is just a chain haircut salon. There's a Supercuts in every state, essentially.
That's how it sounds, yes.
Yeah, but when I go there, I always get a different hairdresser. All the hairdressers know me, but I always get a different one. And this one was a new one. I'm going to name her Vanessa. Vanessa was an interesting creature. Because for one thing, I actually liked her a lot because every hairdresser I get is like, oh, you have such nice hair. Why do you cut it? It's so nice and thick in the color. Why do you dye it? It's like, I'm like, 1, I like dyeing this streak. 2, my hair is thick and to maintain it would be hell on earth and I can barely maintain the rest of my life. But she was just like, I love your hair short. And she had a very thick accent. I think she was Lithuanian. Like, it was some Middle European nation.
Oh, dear.
And she was like, I love it short. And she was just talking about short hair the entire time I got it cut. But she was getting a little overzealous because she was like, let's do you want to do it shorter? And I was like, what do you think? Yeah, I think we should. We should do it shorter. It's shorter. And I had to be like,
oh.
I mean, she actually did my back very short. Like, this is all close to shaved, but I don't mind it. But it was still just like, she wanted to go like full like, zzz, and I don't think I could pull Lord Dominator from Wander Over Yonder off. Thank you very much.
But it looks so good on my girlfriend Butch.
Yeah, that was the thing. I had to, every time I go to that haircut place, I have to say the same thing. I want punk, not butch.
Yeah.
Because essentially they're like, okay, so you want to go for a short thing, takes out razor. Okay, no. First of all, I want like a punk rock thing, so like Pink, or I actually mentioned some anime characters because I have like a little folder on my phone that's like picture references, and I'm just like, this and this, and they're like, these are cartoon characters. I'm like, yes, but that's not the point.
Well, it's bad. I dare to say an anime with a well-designed haircut that comes close to what is actually.
Yeah, that's what I go for. I don't go for a ridiculous one.
It's probably still better than me going there and always being like, yeah, like this is close as it gets with my hairline, and showing them a picture of Chris Pratt.
I mean, I show them pictures that are like this person with a cool wavy thing, and then they're like, you do realize you can't do that unless you style it every day, or your hair suddenly gets thinner. Because the reason why my hair can't do the super puffy thing that things do, because I actually have a lot, is because it's so heavy. Like, my hair is fucking thick, like 3 C's thick. But whoa. I actually kind of like this style. It's really short. Like, this is the length of hair.
Still not.
No, okay, here. This is the better way. This is the length of hair. And for most of my friends who have seen me, I usually have hair that goes down to fucking here. So it's new. And I'm still getting used to it because I can't go outside and feel air on my neck and be like, It feels wrong. But that was the rest of my anecdotes. My media.
Yes.
You send you send it to me with a timestamp. Was this accident, or do I actually start at 13 minutes? And okay.
There's two moments I want to show. First is the beginning, and then there's the timestamp of 7 minutes and 35 seconds.
I have the feeling that this is the kind of stuff that's better seen than described.
Yes, but no. Before you put it up.
I mean, I
need to explain the history.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So there was a man back in the day who went to. I think it said there was. Yes, in the beginning we were all one man, and then we split up like amoebas. But
that's what I learned in school as well. Good.
He went to. We went to a Christian school. So there was this guy who was in a film school at Kansas University, so like a film animation major, and he had to make a thesis film. And this is the film he showed his college professor and his entire class. Mm-hmm. They had to sit through all this. I want to introduce you all to the glory that is Mike and Melissa.
15 minutes of glory.
We're not going to watch all 15 minutes.
No, obviously not.
Please, no, I don't want to relive this.
I see Sonic. He did not choose Comic Sans. Oh. Wait, this actually reminds me of Animated James.
Yeah, but this is so much worse.
This is way worse.
That's how I look all the time.
Turn up the volume. You
I'm
need to
already
hear
at
this
100.
dialogue.
Who stole footage from my morning routine? I'm feeling very uncomfortable. I'm feeling very exposed. In all fairness, it did not clip, did it?
His microphone does clip at times,
Oh,
but
okay.
not that
But
much.
it did not clip for the scream. Interestingly
Yeah.
enough.
But keep going.
Okay.
So yeah, I just want to
Mike
keep
and
reminding
Melissa.
people that this was shown in
Good.
front of a college class.
And he wanted to be graded for it.
Yes.
I mean, in all fairness, it's nearly 16 minutes, and I don't think I have to explain, especially to you two guys, that 30 seconds of good animation take ages to do. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
I'm not trying to make an argument that maybe quality would have been better than quantity, but just saying, for one sole guy, 16 minutes can already be quite
The
the time.
aesthetic is already terrible, so putting a little
Oh boy, he just
So stupid.
The sound mixing though.
yes, that's what the hell is.
Looks stupid, Vera.
I think it's supposed to be a cat, but it kind of looks like a squirrel.
But I'm still waiting for Melissa. Wait, what?
Oh,
is not
if
how
you want to
reality
go to
works.
Melissa, go to 735.
So this is your second point in the video?
Yes.
7:35.
By the way, this
Yeah.
guy is supposed to be a self-insert, and
Yeah.
Uh-oh,
here we go.
there comes Melissa. I recognize the purple from the title screen.
Yeah, here we go.
Here goes nothing.
I just need to find a soulmate. Even if it's
A purple skunk person?
oh, absolutely.
Ooh, stop it with the cross-eyed.
I feel like I want to vomit.
You want to vomit?
15 minutes later. Okay, where did she come from? Did she come from anywhere?
No, they explain it that she's a puka, which is essentially it's an imaginary friend. She's not real. He has a sex scene with this woman
You seem
thing.
Okay.
So I don't know how you do that.
I'm what's known as a puka.
The most notable thing about
sounds
this
like
whole
masturbation.
film,
Here's to the people.
It is.
Acquire his
the most notable thing about this whole film is that throughout he seems to have disdain for composition and filmmaking techniques, and he throws them all out the window and thinks they don't matter.
an embodiment of that.
And then you have that diagonal door in the background.
Yeah, which I also
Yeah.
noticed.
And this is supposed to be a split screen, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, it took me a moment
It's
to
not
realize, but
conveyed well.
eventually. Oh my god, why was there a close-up on her ears? He has ears as well.
Yeah, no other furry oh my god. No other
It's-
furry character has no other human character in this show has ears
Okay, okay.
like that, by the way.
Okay, so this is
Where's her stomach?
this is a giant. First of all, this looks like a giant purple pancake.
Yeah.
And if you focus strong enough, you could imagine that those are the eyes, like heavy eyelids, and it's probably like in the middle of an intense eye roll, like. Ugh.
Wolfhead actually brings up a point. Does he want to do her
Yeah.
in the ear?
Well. Anyways,
But no, okay, just to say, I actually found this because Super Mega, which is the people who edit the Game
Oh,
Grumps
yeah.
stuff, did a tweet of them watching this and then just
I
the
saw
utter
that,
horror on their
actually.
face, and I was like, I gotta find what this is, and I watched it, and I just sat there for a moment. I was like, oh. To the cool dudes chat, which is essentially me, Sean, Aya, Maid, and Christian and stuff. And I told Christian, put this on and watch it. And you could just hear his degradation throughout the entire thing till the very end, where there's a kissing scene and the moon
Yeah.
is not even like completely symmetrical. It's just like a lopsided, and he just starts breaking down, being like, "Is that a moon?" And then he was laughing for 5 minutes straight, to where Aya had to go out of the room and be like, "Are you okay?"
I don't even know
Hold
if
me!
you could qualify that as laughing. The funny thing about that is that I was really tired that evening, and I was having a hard time sleeping, and I woke up to yelling. and I didn't know what it was.
Okay.
And I watched the reaction the next day. I'm like, oh, okay, that was justified.
Oh, but
Okay.
like I have to, I have to say this is one of the so bad it's good things I've ever found.
Okay, fair
I
enough.
just, it's kind of like, I'm not gonna give much away about the plot and all this stuff. I wanted to show those 2 clips, but it's like Freddy got fingered. You have to just experience it firsthand.
It's
Pretty
fair.
much.
It's fair. I mean, usually my criteria for a medium on the show is that you have to be able to say something about it, but I can see how this one needs to be experienced.
Yes,
So-
I just need to bring up its existence. It's in the description, and I want everyone who watches it to come to Twitter later on and either thank me or say fuck you, Keyframe.
This sounds like a fantastic challenge. So you guys heard it. Link down in the description. Open it in the second tab. Finish watching the podcast, and then go to your other tab. Watch Mike and Melissa, and then go to Keyframe's Twitter, which is also down in the description, I believe. Now, usually I only have a YouTube. Anyways, go to.
You'll
I
find
think
it.
You will find it.
the best part about watching the reaction video that Christian recorded was after he was breaking down, Chrissy, you were just like, why isn't Sean here for this?
Exactly.
But yeah, I mean, we can. I mean, obviously not doing the main show, but maybe something for the post show.
But yes, so there you go. That was my media. And moving on, Sean, you were prepared, so you get to go.
Yes. So I have 2 pieces of media to share. One of which is Captain Christian, who is basically known for making visual love letters,
Damn
as he
it,
puts
I
it.
picked the wrong one.
Yeah.
50. I had a 50-50 chance, and I screwed up again.
Screwed it up. He makes visual love letters to film and animation, and this is his first video that he's made in a year. He's taken like a year-long hiatus, and it was well worth the wait for however long he took on this. And this was basically just him going over the 12 principles of animation and how it applies to the works of Walt Disney Animations, and it's extremely informative. And what separates Captain Christian from a lot of other channels that do video essays is he knows his shit when it comes to motion graphics.
Oh.
And he has a lot of insane edits. He does a lot of manual rotoscoping of certain elements from film or animation, and he just has a incredibly sleek presentation. And unlike a lot of other video essay channels that would like go over stuff like this briefly, he goes in incredible detail with all the principles. For someone who isn't really an animator, he has a very comprehensive understanding on all of them, which I was relatively impressed by. And the thing about Captain Christian is that when he started making videos, his videos were high quality from the very fucking start. His very first video, which was on the original Superman Max Fleischer animations, pretty much the quality has like remained the same and consistent throughout a lot of his videos, which is just the editing getting slightly better over time.
So it's like he probably does this as a professional job if he was good at it from the beginning.
Pretty much, that's what I assume.
I mean, we are talking 2.5 years ago, so that is.
Yeah. I was kind of blown away when I saw his first video, and it's just like, dude, how are you that good from the start? A lot of YouTubers like this are really amateur when they start out, but he had a lot.
I have an entire playlist of the first videos from plenty of our friends, and I believe I put in the description of the playlist a cringe warning. Oh, this is actually from the good old days before Superman could fly. Nice.
Yeah. He also gets into a lot of like the history of a certain property and how the subject within that property is talking about how it changed the property for the good and all stuff like that. So yeah, I like Captain Christian quite a lot. He is a good boy. So
seems like yeah. Sorry, you continue.
I was just gonna say my second piece of media.
Oh yeah.
This is a music video from my favorite band called The Correspondents. They are relatively unknown. I found about them from my good friend Dylan. Their most popular video was a video called Fear and Delight, which has a lot of cool in-camera trickery and stuff. This is a video that incorporates a lot of stop-motion, animation, and live-action stuff, and it's really cool. The main singer for this band is also an animator, and he does a lot of the animations for a lot of these music videos.
Sorry, I had to change the speed again, just because it's a music video.
Yeah. Well, it's not... It is a copyrighted song, but...
Yeah, no, they are pretty iffy about it. But yeah.
Yeah. This band has just a lot of really cool sound design in it.
I saw a penis. I repeat, I saw a pixelated penis.
I thought it was pixelated.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, this is pretty impressive.
A lot of stop motion, and later on there's some 2D animated stuff in it, some rotoscoping.
And he does all the mouse movement and everything while having the floating going on there, which basically means he jumped up there, had the right mouse movement, somebody took a picture when he was on the right height, and then they created this. And I thought Seven Nation Army, what's the name of the band? They did interesting
White Stripes?
stuff. Yeah, though I thought the White Stripes did a lot of unnecessary crazy shit in their videos, but that is impressive.
Yeah, what I'm guessing they probably did is that they had to break down like what the sequence of motion would be, and then the song, and then see what the syllabi would be per picture and per beat.
Yep, that is exactly what they did. And
I'm smart!
Yes, you are. And there's some 2D animation stuff. There's a lot going on in this video. And
this guy does all the animation himself.
Yeah, he does.
And now tries carry over the props in the new scene, referencing the old scene.
Yep.
Nice.
He's a very eccentric individual. He is an amazing dancer. This band got their start by doing a lot of live performances at music festivals, and they were usually the talk of said music festivals.
Are they foreign?
They're from the UK.
Okay,
it explains so much. Oh boy.
They're relatively obscure as well. Another video of theirs you could pull up from their channel is Fear and Delight.
That Shark Tale video in the corner?
I don't know why there's a Shark Tale video.
Fear and...
It's that one at the left.
What? Fear and
that
Delight. Let's take this one for a moment.
Yeah. This was their claim to fame. They'd had a lot of cool camera trickery in this, where he's duplicated, and it's really cool. This band is just a duo. It's just this guy who's the singer, and then the producer,
which is probably playing the piano right now.
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, I see now what you mean with the trickery.
Yeah, they're very audio-visual in terms of a lot of the stuff they do.
This is like a film student's wet dream.
Yeah, pretty much. And this is how...
while Mike and Melissa was a film student's nightmare.
Yeah, what a great thing to contrast them with. But yeah, I like this band a lot because every song they do has something unique with either the song choice or sound design. They're very multi-genre. They delve into a lot of different stuff, and I think they're cool. And I got Christian into them, and Christian also really likes them.
Well, I can see why. I mean, the music itself, from the little that we heard in between, also didn't sound too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, everybody else who is interested in checking out what was it, Captain Media? No.
Captain Christian.
Captain Christian, and or the correspondence. Links obviously down below. Because those do look interesting. I would probably give them a check out myself.
Give it a gander.
Yeah. So this probably.
I can't stop watching this.
I
is
know.
hypnotic.
I know.
Yeah. Another thing that
looks like-
I just.
He looks like if Dr. Wolf and Max did a fusion. Like.
I guess.
No, just kind of like Doc's spindly body and very angular face, but like the facial features A and Y has, like it's weird.
I have no idea what you're referring to. Anyways, this probably leaves only the media by one person.
Mm-hmm.
You.
Yes, I also have two because they are both rather small.
Is one from Mystery Skulls?
No.
Oh man.
Oh, nobody.
I didn't want to bring up Mystery Skulls because I figured one of you guys would.
I was going to bring up Mystery Skulls, but then I realized I could torture you with Mike and Melissa.
That's very true. That's very true.
Don't watch Mystery Skulls. There's our media.
Pretty much. No, the two things I wanted to bring up. One, I'm not sure which I have less to say about. Well,
a great sign.
I know, right? New Doctor Who started airing.
Oh yeah, I haven't been able to catch it yet.
Yes. And so far, it's hard to really say a lot about it. The first episode of the new Doctor, I forgot her number.
13.
13? Oh, she's 13. Okay. So the first episode was a little bit, unless it ties into something later. Started out with a little bit of Monster of the Week. We have the thing that we always have when there's a new Doctor with especially a lot of shenanigans like, oh, I don't know who I am yet. So a little bit of regeneration madness going on there. So this makes it really hard to come to a definitive idea yet what the new direction of the show will be. I mean, I recall that I took a long time to warm up to Capaldi. I ended up being very fond of him, but it took me many episodes, more than any other Doctor before, to really be like, yeah, Capaldi, I love him now. But later, when he comes in playing an electric guitar in the Middle Ages, wearing sunglasses, a leather jacket, and riding a tank into a jousting match, I at this point I already fell in love with him a long time ago. So
I've heard a lot of people compare the new Doctor to the 10th Doctor in personality.
Could be. Once again, very early to say because the majority of the episode was eaten up by who am I? I need to find out. Oh, I'm a woman now. That kind of thing. She brings a lot of the energy. She is not the quirky bow ties are cool guy like Smith, but she brings. I guess the comparison comes from a lot of energy and usefulness about it. So I could say that might be where the tenth.
Tennant,
like Tennant, exactly, like Tennant. Still need to see. Then, of course, there is a second big question, the change in showrunner. I mean, very many people have not been very fond of the... forgot his
Moffat.
name. Yeah, of the Moffat era towards the end. I mean, I personally loved Moffat for coupling, for the Weeping Angels, for Silence in the Library. So some of the greatest works, but I can also not deny, with all my love I have for this man and his productions, that all the critique for his era as a showrunner, they kind of are true. The longer it went on, the more piled up without being resolved, and with being more about like, the girl who lived, the guy who asked questions, the awkward person running a podcast. It
projecting much?
I know, right? I'm basically a Steve Moffat character. Nobody noticed yet. And also, with the Claire, with the entire Claire focus towards the end, I liked Claire when she started out. I really disliked her towards the end. So.
Oh dear.
Clara was like, "Hey, we want to have a female Doctor, but we need to make sure Capaldi's contract goes to full term." Hi, Clara.
Now we have a female.
Now
doctor.
we actually.
But yeah.
It's kind of a weird coincidence, isn't it?
Isn't it? No, but overall, what can I say about it? In and of itself, it was okay. It was nothing where I was like, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, I can't wait for the next one. Also, I was like, it was okay. Doctor Who episode was solid. It had its usual quirkiness. It's something to keep watching. I like her from what I have seen so far. I like new supporting characters. And from there, I can also say like, hey guys, keep you tuned. I had a okay first impression. None that blew me away, but also none where I was like, oh, ooh, So,
it's at least it's not setting up high expectation.
And the fuckers ended on a cliffhanger.
Oh, yay, my favorite!
That's a good start, isn't it?
Ooh.
And not I mean, they resolved the issue from the episode. So it's not like that it's a two-parter episode. No, it's just like we resolve it and now cliffhanger. Like, but it was a cliffhanger that made me go like, oh boy, you fuckers, you just didn't. So a positive anger. So if they can build up on this suspense they created, then good for them. If not, then my vengeance.
So what's your second anecdote?
Media. So what I actually spent a lot more time watching this week, simply for the fact that there was more than one episode, was Between the Cheats.
What is this show about?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I should have prepared a video instead, because the video is actually pretty telling, you know.
Because that face is a fuck me face.
But this
Yeah.
is damn it.
In today's AWKWARDcast, Anwar is going to tell us the porn he's been watching while playing Fallout.
No. This is in my defense. This is a literal title card of the video.
That doesn't help anything. There's title cards to porn too.
Yeah.
That's very true. No, it's basically on the Critical Role channel, which means like the actual
Geek and Sundry.
No, the Critical Role channel. The literal channel Critical Role by, of course, the cast from Critical Role, known by Critical Role on Geeks and Sundry. They, a while ago, created their own channel for peripheral media created by the cast, which is not Geek and Sundry directly. And one of the new shows, which so far has 3 episodes out, is Between the Cheats, which is about 1.5 hour, where
Jesus.
each, which is really mostly this guy. I forgot his name.
Yeah.
Something with a W in the middle. Interviewing
Dallas
like
County,
not.
Dallas, Texas.
Yeah, you can call it an interview, but with a very casual setup. I mean, they're literally sitting in a bar. He literally pours them a cocktail in the beginning of it, and then there's a little bit of editing happening afterwards, obviously. And yeah, it's just them sitting there for probably 2 hours with the stuff that gets cut out.
Damn.
For 2 hours. He is a very well-prepared host. So he has like, and I know you, first of all, he apparently knows everybody from the Critical Role team very long-term and very personal. He's part of the Geek and Sundry crew, I assume. And so he knows them personally, but he also did his homework. He asked them like, hey, and I know you are from a military family. Oh yes, my dad and my sister were both in the military, this kind of stuff. He asked all the questions. He himself is actually a very interesting character. He is dry as fuck. He is actually first of all, he's probably not trying to steal the show, but I mean, can we hear him talk for a little bit?
Take pictures or either.
Come on, talk. And then they do that little intermissions with little title cards for each segment.
You end up getting into theater and acting around what age?
I think
But yeah, this is the kind of dryness with which he talks, but he still ends up sympathetic, and it's so bad when he cracks a joke, because it's like, wait, he just cracked a joke, didn't he? Because he is just so very dry.
This does not compute.
But then again,
it's like The guy from Frasier who played Drix in the Osmosis Jones movie. The guy who has like that super dry voice.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
But it's like he's always playing that straight man, like guy who's no nonsense and everything. So when he's actually makes a joke, it feels wrong.
Yeah.
Okay. No, but yeah. I mean, he due to the fact that at least the first 8 guests will all be 7 guests, whatever, I can't count. So the members of Critical Role. We know
I know you
that
dropped out of college, but come on, you didn't drop out of preschool.
I didn't count them. Okay, we have Matt in the middle, obviously. Then I don't even know their names. Then we have the 3 dudes up there, and sometimes 4 people down. No, 3. So it would be 7, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Am I forgetting somebody? Are they? I don't know. They have an unsymmetrical. They sit asymmetrically. This is very bothersome for me. Anyways,
I'm just enjoying your stammering and squirming.
Yeah, but yeah. Besides other videos on this channel, which I have not checked out too many of them, they did another charity thing in which Sam was a DM.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
Oh no.
Yes, do I need to
As
say
someone
more?
who watches Critical Role. Oh no.
Oh yes, Sam was a fucking DM. It's called Crash Panda. And, and they are literally all raccoons partaking in a race with humans.
Okay.
And this is also this exists for real. So this is a one sheet RPG, a 1 sheet pen and paper, which some guy invents like a machine, like the Honey Heist was one of them as well apparently. And he just writes like 1 sheet which has all the rules and creates entire new pen and papers with it. And Crash Pandas was one of it. And just to sum it up, at one point in Crash Pandas, where first of all Sam kept cheating the entire time, he bent the rules whatever, however he needed it, in the most ridiculous way. But it was a one shot, so you could not watch it as a series, but as a one shot, it was pretty brilliant. But yeah, to describe Sam's great DMness, one NPC comes in, has a conversation with a character, and then the NPC literally says through Sam, "So, I believe I created enough. Conflict for now. Bye." You know where
Sam.
you're at. I know. It's so bad. It's
that sounds
amazing.
like if like Christian made a D&D campaign. Sean knows one.
But yeah,
he hasn't been responding to my messages. I need to get him back here.
Fair. But
okay, hold up.
Fair. But yeah, I was not necessarily talking about Crash Pandas, which is also great and you should watch. Between the Sheets is pretty brilliant because we have a friend interviewing his friends. He asks very good questions and we get to know a lot about the people behind them. We go through their entire life, what they have been up to. And I believe we now have a special feature up there. Yeah. Closer, and you're muted. Bam! There was the slap. Yay!
Did Christian wear his DA game shirt? Did Christian wear his give and take shirt? Or did he put it on just to come on the cast?
Also, you're muted again.
You're muted again.
You're muted again.
He's been wearing that shirt the whole time.
Yeah, I just wanted to, at this point, because I believe I literally have never seen Chris not wearing this shirt. At this point, I believe Chris is actually a cartoon character and he only owns this one outfit.
All right, you can go now.
Also, apparently, the rest of the DA crew is here because Chloe, Will, and Chris are in the chat. They're telling
I know.
Sean to get a haircut.
Shut up.
But so people should watch this.
Yes, exactly. So it's a nice thing to watch in the background. This is where it comes in that I started playing Prison Architect again this week because it's something. Except for the small visual aids, it's really mostly 2 heads talking. But if you have either any interest in Critical Role, then it's like, hey, nice to see what's going up with those people behind it. Like literally knowing about their life, where they came from, what they went through career-wise. Also, they are very even if you're not into Critical Role, they are very interesting and charismatic people. They are all voice actors, and while watching this, I eventually paused my game and I was like, holy fuck, Laura Bailey was in what? And then I needed to Wikipedia what Laura Bailey, so his wife, by the way, who was in another episode, what all the shit she did. And I was like, huh. So I probably have already spent hours of my life listening to her without even realizing. So it's kind of fascinating to see where they came from, what they did, because they're all voice actors. So it's also a little bit of a, oh my god, I actually know this guy's voice. This kind of epiphany moment. And, well, very interesting people getting interviewed. And maybe it gets you in Critical Role. If you're in Critical Role, then you might learn new stuff about your favorite nerds. So check it out. I guess I will just link the Critical Role channel, like the entire channel down there. Once again, not to be confused with the Geek and Sundry's channel.
Yeah, I like that Inu is like, hi, Key and Sean, not acknowledging the German in the bottom left.
I mean, I believe Inu and I literally never met, did we?
I don't know.
No.
So yeah, so she could be Hello Stranger that seems to be affiliated with other people I know.
And Chloe's appreciating the Ladybug and Cat Noir poster in the background.
I know, right? Which is at the same time a Zootopia crossover, like nerd square nerd cred.
Keyframe, you must talk. Sean, you must talk. German man, you're all right. Thanks, Will. Glad to know. Anyway, it's question time.
Is it
we
question
don't need to
time
do the
again?
song.
It's question time. Damn it, he changed his profile pic. This makes it really hard to
We
find.
don't need to do the song.
Time to ask the awkward cast. Let's see how long their sanity will last. They'll answer anything, both weird and forward, so long as the questions are always awkward. Question time. It's the Q&A. Oh, it's question time. It's the Q&A. It's question time.
Sean looked like he was in an elevator. Anyway, questions, which were mostly asked on Discord. And we don't have a lot today, which given how long we've been going, that's not bad.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so from Denim, what food or beverage is your favorite to warm up with when it's cold outside? A simple question. A simple and sweet question. Unlike, hey, if you had $1 million, but you can only eat one thing for the rest of your life, also you lost your left foot, would you do it? Sorry if I threw shade at people, but Sean, what is a warm drink you like to warm up with? What warms your roots?
What warms my roots is apple juice, cider juice, almost warmed up. That shit is delicious.
Cider.
Huh. No,
warm cider
apple
is good.
juice.
Yeah.
I think he meant cider.
Yeah.
Okay.
I said cider.
He ended up on cider, but it was like apple, so alcohol, warm alcohol.
Apple drink.
I can.
Cider's non-alcoholic, right?
Wait, what?
Yeah.
There is non-alcoholic cider that exists.
I put juice in there because I didn't want the alcohol to be implied in any way.
But
what about you?
Wait, what? No. DA Games Official just asked in the chat, I got a question. What's the red spot hovering over your noses?
I think he's implying that there's a sniper rifle near us.
Over your
forehead.
Okay, yeah.
Forehead.
Yeah.
But yeah, so what's your warm drink of choice, Coffee Man?
Funny fact, I wouldn't go for coffee when I'm cold, because here's the thing, caffeine is one of those actually not too healthy substances that will not help your metabolism. So, and I drink coffee anyway, so even when it's warm, it's like, I would like to be naked in the office, but coffee. No, but I probably, most of the time, I just really go for tea. Like completely classic, a pot of hot tea which
What flavor?
I might or might not have actually had today already because it was a little bit fresher earlier. So yeah, this what the flavor today was strawberry muffin.
You mean strawberry muffin?
No, what? No,
You said
blueberry.
strawberry
Sorry,
muffin.
blueberry muffin. Blueberry muffin was the one that
you-
I don't
exists.
think
That
I've
was a-
had a strawberry muffin.
I want to try one.
I
now.
want it too. Fuck
Okay.
you
Oh
for making
no!
me want
Denim.
one.
Wait, now we
Denim,
gotta go.
yeah, Denim, when you watch this, you are a baker. BronyCon, strawberry muffins, go.
What? No, I want to see if strawberry muffins exist
Same.
and how good do they look.
Also, hi Phoenix. I just noticed you were here.
Nice, but okay, my warm drink of choice.
Oh, okay.
What? You said your warm
Yeah,
drink.
it's true. It's true. I would have gone for plan B, like something alcoholic, but no, I stay pure and say tea. Please go.
But it's a warm drink. What alcohol do you drink warm?
Red wine on room temperature.
Room temperature's not warm.
No, the question was about what do you drink to get warm, right?
I guess wine can warm you. All right. Yeah, wine does warm you up. I know that for a fact. But shut up, Sean. Shut up, thoughts in Max's head. But no, my drink. Alcohol. No. Maybe? No. My actual warm drink that I drink during the winter a lot is hot chocolate. Or what has recently become a thing, vanilla lattes. I really like vanilla lattes.
Hey,
Vanilla coffee is really good.
what about coffee with 2 extra shots of espresso?
That's how I usually get my coffee. I don't know. I don't drink things that have a lot of caffeine in it all the time anymore. I don't drink soda. I don't drink anything with sugar. I don't drink soda, so there's not a lot of. I don't have a lot of caffeine that comes into my system on a daily basis. But I've been recently having coffee once in a while, and whenever I get coffee, I'm usually like, well, time to make the most of it. Put that shot of espresso in there, Missy. And I don't know if it's my smaller size. Oh, are you pulling up the comic?
I'm trying to find. Oh, there it is. Okay, because
But, like,
I'm so tempted. Wait, now I also need to find something else.
But no, like I didn't know this would happen, but I had a coffee with 2 shots of espresso in it, and I had it at 4 p.m. I was still wired until like 5 a.m. So I don't know if that was the caffeine or my insomnia, but yeah, I made a comic about it, and if you can't read it, it says like, who bought a coffee? This girl. Who put 2 shots of espresso in it? This girl. Who's up in an ungodly hour?
This girl.
Oh.
And now everyone wants me to make web comics in this style, and I'm like, no. Then people will only want to see this style from the rest of time.
It's very true. It's very true. And I was already tempted to ask, like, hey, how well did this one do? This post do to compare to art where you put actual effort into?
I don't want to look that up, man.
I know. That's why I did not ask.
Now I'm tempted, though.
I'm very. But here's the thing, and then of course you did the beat back against me.
I did the revenge comic because A&Y in Discord was just like, you are stupid.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I'm so tempted to what to take as art of the week this week. I mean, we have your your little comics, which are really, really sweet and everything, but they might be barely readable when I have to shrink them down for the YouTube video. On the other hand, I am aware that actually our guest has provided podcast-relevant art in the past himself.
Oh.
Wait, are these the Photoshops?
Oh, yes.
Do we
Yes.
explain the story behind these Photoshops?
Oh, that is a story.
Okay,
But before we go
story-
on with that, Will was
Yeah.
asking PUBG or Fortnite, and what's our favorite weapon in Fortnite?
I've never played Fortnite or PUBG.
I played PUBG once and I hated it. I haven't played Fortnite.
Okay, apparently only those 3 are on the web. I have played neither PUBG nor Fortnite, so I literally cannot tell.
I've never played it, but my favorite weapon is the Fortnite dances that people keep spamming on YouTube.
May or may not affect wages. God damn it.
Yeah, but no.
Yeah, these pictures though.
Okay, the story behind this is we were just having a bad day, like me and Christian and Sean, and we were just in a call, just a random call together, and I got bored and I was looking through my phone, and I backed up my phone to my computer, so I had all my pictures from my phone on my computer. And I had these random pictures that Max sent me on WhatsApp of him holding a little piece of paper that had like, I think we were having a conversation of like, you didn't do the thing. And he was holding a piece of paper and pouting. And then I did something and then he was like, you did the thing. And it kept going like that. So I made a blank slate of this particular frame. And I just sent it to Sean and Christian. And then they were like, oh. Yes. And so we just continued this competition of stuff. And I can actually find the rest of them because I still have that chat in my Discord.
I probably also have still that chat in the Discord.
Because the way the profile pic we made that Discord history was A&Y's face. And I think it was called The Sanctuary.
The Sanctuary, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Or did you guys kick me out of there?
We didn't kick you out
I recall that there was some closing happening, or people just left, and I was like...
Yeah, people just left. But it was so fucking funny of, like, putting it in. And then, so, like, Sean made the Gobgo Gibgalab one, and Christian made one that made Sean really mad because of backstory. Yeah. And then I made one that was the lost meme, and the only reply from everyone was, I hate you.
If you, like, click on one of the pictures...
it should be in the replies.
There should be a lot of replies.
I cannot find it.
Okay.
Oh wait, there it is. The Sanctuary. I found it. Okay. Should we go, or should we keep this for the post show? I don't know. Where are we time wise? What about the other questions?
Let's keep it.
Yeah, let's keep it for the post show.
Yeah.
Anyway, but thank you for that question that led into quite a tangent. From Enigma Prince. So, Sean, what has been your favorite DA Games project to work on, and how do you, in your own way, approach such projects? Also, what makes DA Games different from other big-name YouTube channels and big-time groups who may do similar stuff like you all do with the same or higher budget and animation skill sets? Key cannot answer or add input in this, and only ANY can read this question to Sean. Well, something got
Wow, that is an extremely long question. But I'll try to answer.
That's Enigma's questions for you. But anyway, so what has been your favorite DA Games project to work on?
By far, the best DA Games project to work on is Brothers in Arms. Brothers in Arms was an amazing project. It took around like 5 months to complete, but it was like one of the more labor-intensive projects too. But it was so much goddamn fun, and the result, I'm still astonished by it. I still look at that video and go, holy crap, people made this.
People still think it's actually a DLC to the game.
Yeah, they do, because it just looks so accurate. And as far as like what makes DA Games stand out, I think it's Will. Will is the reason why DA Games stands out. His personality just shines through, and people just identify with that, I guess. People love Will's personality. He's one of the most entertaining people I've ever met. And I'm not just saying that because I work for him. I genuinely mean that.
Well, DA Games is a channel of friends, so...
Yeah. The friends help make it a thing, too. Yeah, all of the members help elevate it to this next level. And Will is the foundation, and he helped make Diamond Armada what it is, and he's a cool dude. What else was there to the question?
That was basically the question. We shortened it down.
Also, very well timed that you are saying this while Will is there in the chat watching live. Very convenient.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that.
Shush, Max. But the last question that we actually got, got really few questions, but it works for our benefit.
Oh yeah,
Ask Awkward. How do you best handle criticism in any range, from polite and helpful to ignorant and destructive, and everything in between? When have you just lost it and let them have it? Looking back on it, would you change how you handled it then? how do you best handle criticism?
Very simple. So you go there, you take it in, you evaluate what the person is trying to tell to you and how important it is to your life, and then you flip the table. It's like you always, at the end, then you flip the table and do something else.
That's one way to handle
Actually,
that.
if you get criticism at work, do you flip the table then there too?
Of course. Well, not anymore. They have bolted it down by now, but...
Oh.
But now it's more like they criticize me, and then I grab the table, I try to flip it, and I'm like... And once everybody has left, so that it's not embarrassing for me anymore, then I stop. But I will not give by without flipping a table or everybody going, so I can pretend I flipped it while they were not looking.
You know, I have to say, visualizing that situation, it sounds not just uncomfortable, but very awkward.
Indeed.
We're not even answering it?
I don't want to you made it so perfect!
I'm sorry, so I guess welcome to the post-show?
No, go back to live. Go back to
Okay.
live. You should actually answer the question.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Don't make a perfect setup if you ain't willing for the punchline, honey.
It wasn't even meant to punchline, it was just me being me and random.
I know, but you're an awkward person in general, and just saying, if you had the visual image of someone for hours trying to flip a table that's bolted down, wouldn't you say that's kind of awkward?
Hey, it's my life.
Yeah, and we're all living in it. But no, I guess the best way to handle criticism is to just take it.
Yeah.
In the way of, people all have the right to say stuff, whether it's actually informative or stupid. And being someone who's been a content creator on YouTube, I've actually gotten decent critique, either by my peers or commenters, but also because it's YouTube, and given the fandoms I'm in, I've gotten a lot of stupid shit too. And it's just the way of understanding.
Yeah, those Scooby-Doo fans, I know.
You would be surprised. But no, the thing is, you also have to have enough self-awareness to realize that context matters, in the sense of the basic overview is they are taking enough effort and time out of what they could do to comment in general. So it's like, well, it was at least engaging enough for them to say something. But it's also the thing of, is what they're saying actually credible? And is it more than just, you suck, go eat a dick and die, in that order? But it's also just the thing of the best way to handle criticism, which is a step that a lot of people forget to take, is you need to also just accept in yourself that you're gonna make shit sometimes, and also you are never in a case of not trying to improve. And if you're like, no, I want to be content and stay in this one place, and if anyone tries to tell me to do anything different or try to improve something, fuck them. Because there's a lot of people that I know, my own peers, that are like that way and can't accept criticism or a deferring opinion to save their life. And it's just kind of like, why are you making content in the first place if you're not willing to accept that? So that's my way of handling criticism. Accept it's going to happen. Accept that not everyone's going to be informative or polite, and live with it.
Yeah. I think you answered that the best. Honestly, I don't know how I'm going to follow up on that. With me, I pretty much I'm a person who is actively asking for criticism with the work I do. I feel if I'm not being critiqued on what I do, that I have no way to know how I can improve. So I always try to look for it whenever I can. And even if I get critiques like, you suck dick, I honestly I like that too, because it gives me something to laugh at. It gives me something to be entertained by.
Yeah, that actually goes into the thing of, has there ever been a time that someone just made you fly off the handle? whether through criticism or just being an ignorant dumbass. You've been on the internet for quite a long time. There had to be one time that we've let something get the better.
Yeah, I've told this story to you, Chrissy.
Mhm.
This was the most disheartening thing for me personally. I tried giving criticism to this one animator who you probably know, Yoshi Greenwater. He's a fandom animator in the MLP community who needed a lot of work, to put it lightly. His stuff wasn't that good, and I tried to give him critiques, and he was like messaging me. We were going back and forth, and I was giving him critiques. And he said he was gonna like take steps to improve, and then he basically never did. And I found that to be the most disheartening thing, personally, when it comes to like something getting to me. It's just when someone like says they're gonna take criticism to heart and then they kind of don't.
Like an empty promise.
Yeah, basically. That was the most disheartening thing for me personally.
Yeah. I mean, you've had to deal with your fair bit of trolls in the past, Max. Is there any time that you were kind of like, I'm really getting tired of this shit? Oh boy.
No, when you just said trolls, then again, I would say how to handle trolls is a different question from how to handle criticism. So,
well, I'm just trying to simplify it because I know that I've never really flown off the handle of someone giving me criticism.
No, I believe from my end, I mean, you know me, I'm apathetic to everything, so criticism cannot get to me. Like, if somebody criticizes something, I will just read it. If it has any substance to it, I will look into it. Like, hey, is this something that I can incorporate, that I want to incorporate? Which is also a question, because keep in mind, kids, as much as I would say yes, listen to feedback you get, keep in mind you are still, first of all, you will not be able to please everybody. So you make, somebody suggests like, hey, make this thing red, then you make it red, and in the next episode you get somebody who's like, oh, I liked it more when it was blue. So it's my favorite color. So you literally cannot please everybody. So when you get criticism, read it, but read it with a grain of salt and be like, okay, is this guy giving, first of all, is it constructive? If it's not constructive, I would not completely dismiss it. But if it's not a constructive, like, I mean, it doesn't have to be on the you suck level. It can also be a level of, this video makes me feel weird. Like, the person is not insulting, but they don't really give you much to go by. Or, I don't like your accent.
I'm sorry.
I mean, which is also a perfect example where you can't please everybody. I had enough comments in my life who were like, oh my god, I really like your accent. It's like, I don't want to know how many viewers I actually got due to the fact that I have a German accent. And they were like, oh, this guy sounds funny. Click. So yeah, every single critique you can get can go in both directions. Hypothetically, I mean, we still have Mike and Melissa, where the criticism might not go into two directions, but I could see how Sonic fans might be pleased by it. Oh boy, I'm burning people today.
Oof.
Oof.
Big oof.
No.
Yeah,
and keep in mind that it's also your project. So even if the majority of fans or viewers or whatever, even if the majority of them tells you, yeah, we don't like how you, I don't know, how you handle the topic of coffee consumption. I don't even know.
I don't like how you handled the topic of objectivity in art.
Yes, there. There we have one.
I'm thinking of Indiana Lolly.
but yeah. Indiana Lolly. This was one commenter. I'm so sad that he never returned. I believe one more time, but after that he was gone. Keep in mind, if they want something, for example, you make a show that is a mixture of fun and objective analysis. And they are like, oh, yeah, this dry analysis parts, they suck, but we really like your fun parts. And you're like, yeah, but I make this because I like analyzing stuff. So you need to find something where you need to find a balance between listening to the criticism, taking the constructive parts out of it and trying to implement them, but also keep in mind it's still your project. Unless it's, I mean, it gets a little bit more complicated when it's your professional work. I mean, as long as your hobby, do what you want. Listen to feedback still, because that might help you improve, just in general. But if they tell you, like, hey, it would be cooler if you would do this, which you don't like, and I'm like, yeah, but I don't like it, and it's my hobby, fuck you. If they give you nice feedback, then you can still reply nice. But yeah, unless it's your job where you actually have to do it to fulfill commissions and shit, I guess Key can probably sing a song about that.
Yeah, I could sing. I could sing a whole set. But no, actually, I do have one thing. It wasn't me flying off the handle, but these are 3 little mini stories of just. One is me getting if there is one thing that's a pet peeve, it's people telling me what I should put on my YouTube channel.
For example.
And this happened recently. I got a Tumblr message from someone being like, you should stop making speed paints. They spam your channel. And I'm like,
wow.
I like making them. And Odie replied with the best comment. Yeah, you're spamming your channel with so many speed paints, all 5 of them. And I'm like, yeah, exactly. And then the other 2 were stories that I told Max the other day. I had a project I was going to do where I was going to critique character designs and OC designs, and people sent them to me, and I was going to make like a Twitter and a video thing about it. But the thing was, I critiqued them. I PM'd them first to give the critiques because I didn't want to be like, okay, here's your critique just on public air, you know?
Yeah, Didn't your OC sucks do that?
Yeah, and nothing against them. I prefer to do it a different method.
Yeah, no. They learned their lesson because they did it without asking the OC owners in the beginning, and then they picked one and shit talked it in their not in the malicious but still manner.
Their way.
And somebody took it really, really badly and basically. So they were really not the drawing style but the design. And this was actually by an artist, the OC, and she went there and it was an Alicon OC, and she basically created a version where the horn and the wings are cut off, and it's like really like holy shit. And this was when they revamped the entire show format and went like, you guys send us your OCs.
Yeah, so people sent me theirs, and there were 2 specific examples that was because I was just like, okay, now I kind of just don't want to do it because I don't want to deal with the bullshit. One of them was this wolf character who was like bright blue and bright red, so on and so forth. And I was just like, okay, well, the wolf isn't too bad in and of itself. Desaturate the colors. I was giving my critique is because I am a character designer. That is my job and profession. If I was in a studio setting, I would be a storyboard artist or a character designer. And then he was like, why are you being so mean to me? You really should be nicer with your criticisms. I didn't send this to be bullied. And then said the best thing. You should be nice, or else I'll change forms, and then I won't be able to control myself.
What? What the fuck?
Hey, Sean. How does hearing this story make you feel?
Very fucking awkward.
A and Y and Key say hi to the people in the chat. The meme is seen on this live stream and talk about random crap. It's time for AWKWARDCast. Random guests and funny gags is the AWKWARDCast. Artists and analysis. You do not want to miss the AWKWARDCast. It's the AWKWARDCast.